is Monday Midday Meditation. We're going live to Facebook right now. My name is Tim West. I'm one of the prayer chaplains here at Unity in the Olympics here in Port Angeles, Washington. And today for Monday Midday Meditation, we're also going to have a special reading out of A Christmas to Remember. Now, what I like about this time of year is I get to gather with my friends and do things that I don't normally do. I only do once a year. And so to do that, I'm going to start out with doing Monday Midday Meditation. We're all in our own homes because we're all where we need to be in the right and perfect time. And we're getting started at the right and perfect time, and know that we are guided at the right and perfect time. So tonight we're going to gather together again, a few of us at Reverend Donna's house, and we're going to put together our Christmas candlelighting service and other activities that coincide with celebrating Christmas.
Christmas to remember.
And I love we're going to make a new Christmas to remember, because one of the things that we're going to bring back, we're going to twist it up a little bit. We're going to have what I call regifting Christmas. I
like that term better than the dirty Santa.
Yeah, regifting Christmas. Thank you. You have to start finding positive words.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I've been going through the garage this morning, well, the Mawson's garage, where I want to say special gifts stored. Special gifts that have been just hanging out, ready to get rid of. And so Pat started the wrapping process. That could be where she is now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you know what? She's not going to be with us on that day of the year, but she's with us as Christmas every day of the year.
She is Christmas.
And she gives of herself. So let's get started with Monday Midday Meditation, because it talks about Pat in our Christmas to Remember story. If you would, Reverend Donna, who is in swim, and I am here live in PA, would you give us our Advent message of the day?
Yes. So this reading is for Monday, December the 6th, 2021. Christmas requires special foods. I just couldn't let you read that.
No. I pulled out the Santa suits today. They are too tight. Keep going.
At Christmas, I enjoy my favorite holiday treat. I like fruitcake. And I don't know why I'm reading this, because
I was going to say if I would have read it, I was going to say I would have changed it over to Luda balls, but I don't know how many people know Luda balls.
Oh.
Or I like sugar cookies.
Yeah, sugar cookies. Sugar cookies. Yeah, that'll work. I have fond memories of my grandmother baking sugar cookies. And she would begin early in November. I'm not sure when she began, but there were always plenty already baked by the time we got to her house. So that the cakes and the cookies would be ready for Christmas. Maybe it was the love she put into those cookies, or the joy she felt preparing them for her dear ones. But I felt a sense of peace eating her cookies. I still eat cookies, sugar cookies, each year, but now it's made, no, it's not made by the Trappist monks. Now it's made by, please, no barking.
The Keebler elves.
Yeah, it's made by my elf in Seattle, my son Doug. He has taken over the family recipe and has modified it, probably a little more sugar and a little more butter. And he and his son are the official cookie makers. They have parties for Evan's friends and they bake cookies. Dad and the boys.
That's what I would have changed it over to, because I remember all the times with my mother, my grandmother, and my daughter baking cookies from that year that we made all those cookies to send overseas, because Madison's friends were all overseas. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Christmas trees lined up every free space in the house. And what was so funny is we It wasn't funny. It was the natural process. We did it with love.
Yeah.
And we did modify things.
Okay. And so I hope they feel the same joy that she experienced. Those monks and all the other people who bake their sugar cookies or whatever kind of cookies. They must, because I experienced the same sense of peace eating sugar cookies like yesterday at church. Peace, Christmas peace, can be experienced in many ways. One way is sharing love with family at Christmas gatherings. Another is the joy of participating in a Christmas Eve service. And we've got one of those coming up on the eve of Christmas. My favorite way is to enter the monastery of mind and heart, and in solitude, listen for the voice of God to proclaim, peace, be still. Peace, be still. I will enjoy all of these traditions this year, along with, maybe I'll have to make some of my own sugar cookies. I could bring sugar cookies for the party on the 22nd. The effect of righteousness will be peace, and the result of righteousness, quietness, and trust forever. Isaiah 32:17. And an affirmation here on this day of Advent. I remember those moments and experiences that bring me peace. And one of those peaceful moments would be after we made the drive from where we lived down to my grandmother's house and walking in the dark of night and sitting down in her kitchen with a glass of milk and fresh baked sugar cookies.
That makes everybody's heart warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, fresh baked sugar cookies. Well, I love the fact that it brings forth some of those family traditions. We did one when my parents moved to New Mexico, and it was walking the streets between the churches with all the luminarias and being guided by the light. And I love what today's daily word is. It is guidance.
Yes.
It is guidance. I walk in the light of God. It was so peaceful to walk all those, I want to say cobblestones, but I think they were terracotta stones areas, the terracotta village, and look at the beautiful white bags, just plain white bags with light coming out of them as they guided the walkways. And people went from service to service to service to service around a little bitty town, I called it back then, of Alamogordo, New Mexico. So pretty. And I remember that. That was so nice to do that, just very peacefully. Everybody walked. And the music pulled them to the next one that was getting ready to begin. And speaking of that, we're doing a service here. And on the 18th, there's a service at CSL. And they're all synchronizing this year because right before it, there's a service by Oak Ridge University. And right before that, there's a service by CSL Port Angeles. And they all just kind of synchronize throughout the holidays. And ours is the last one. And if you want to do that all the way down from the Zoom of the St. Luke's or the Zoom of the Presbyterian Church downtown Port Angeles, you can do almost one a night or two or three a night if you really want to get into the holiday spirit. But I love going to a live service at Christmas.
Yeah.
There's something about it. And I think it's that singing together and those heart bells ringing together that are the guiding lights at that time. So I walk in the light of God. The light of God is my guide. No matter any upheaval or uncertainty I may be facing, I can always return to my center to access guidance. I am especially comforted by this unfailing truth when I have decisions to make. No matter how small or how large the decision, I make choices from a place of inner wisdom and understanding. Some decisions are simple, even insightful, while others are more consequential and require deeper consideration. All deserve clear thought and good judgment. Collecting with my inner light gives me clarity. In quiet moments of contemplation, I open my mind and heart to indwelling wisdom. Centered in sacred prayer, I receive guidance and make decisions with confidence. So we take these thoughts into silence, as it says in Psalms 25:4. Make me know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. And Reverend Don, I want to say thank you, because one of the things you taught me is a practice of a meditation at the same time every day. And I just went through one of those classes that was required to take, that I needed to get a credit, but it had so much wisdom. There's 101 ways, just in a little booklet that we shared, of getting that inner peace and returning to that place of personal well-being. And one of those is quieting the mind. Quieting the mind. And I forgot, I used to get up every day at 3 just so I could be with that higher me, that higher self, that divine connection. And in the morning before the sunrise, I find it. So let's go there, to that place that we call that sacred space, that inner consciousness, and connect with the divine. And as you look at the light on your screen, you can gently close your eyes and realize it's behind us all the time, the light of God. For as we say as unity people, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever God is, I am. And we are that I am that I am, as we breathe in and breathe out. Raising our chest and lowering it again. And listening to all that surrounds us. Whether it be the cadence on the clock on the wall behind me, or just your own breath, know that all is in step in divine guidance. They say this time of year, a light shined in the distance, but we know, as it says in other descriptions, the light started shining within. For just as the birth of a child is born, most lights turn on in discussion of joy that brings forth the light of new hope, of a dream shared together. That's Christmas time. We dangle that light of God in front of us, knowing it's all the attributes of good. using legendary history and a story so well understood. We capture the light deep within us as our lives starting to glisten with glee. When we discover the light of Christmas is the light that's deep inside of me. In another book that we know, there's another story so bright and true. It lays underneath a bushel basket, but it tells us what to do. It says if you pick up and carry that basket around, that light will always be with. For if you carry that light of Christmas in each hand, you know between them is the hands of the gift. So we sit here and we sit in the silence today, and we hear of the stories of past. But you know, deep inside, it's the love that gets revealed. And that's the story that really must last. So in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was love, but it wasn't heard. And now the messengers, seeking the light that they placed so gently in each tree, are now coming back to gather around a light that was meant to be the love of the holiday season. Breathe in that love, my friends, as peace, because it makes all nights twinkle. It brings forth that joy in all of those things that be. And allow in the silence to let it echo and bring you back to home. So come back into this time and space and listen to your hearts and know that Christmas really is this place where it all did start, deep inside of you. So follow that guidance this week as you work your way home for the holidays. And know that I love you, Reverend Donna loves you, Eric loves you, and all of us wish you a peaceful and joy-filled day. So this is Tim from Squim Live in Port Angeles, and Reverend Donna, safe at home, and our friend Eric in the little black box, saying goodbye for now. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a peaceful day after day after day after day.
Yes.
Because that's what it's all about. I'm going to disconnect us from Facebook. So we're going to say, what do we say when we stop the live stream? Goodbye from now. We love you.